What's going on, people? It's your boy African Jedi back with a new video. Today I'm going to be showing off Devil May Cry 5, the demo being played on the Xbox One. Some clips I grabbed earlier while I was getting some gameplay for this video. If you're not familiar with Devil May Cry, the series, Devil May Cry is an action adventure hack and slash, stylish hack and slash game. Started back, I want to say 2002, 2003, something like that. This is the 5th game in the series, obviously. And new to this series is the camera angle that you're seeing right now. It's one of these behind the shoulder, push back during combat style camera angles, kind of like God of War, things of that nature. Usually the camera angle was a little bit further back, but that's one of the newer things about this game. In this game you start off playing as the main character, Nero. Nero was introduced in the 4th game in the series, and you're back as him again here. Not really sure what the storyline is going to be for this game, but you know, pretty much the same as any of the previous games in the series. Demons come to threaten humanity on Earth, and the demon hunters come out of nowhere to basically take them down, you know. But like I said, this is your main character here, Nero. Also, other playable characters would be Dante, the series mainstay, who's been in the game since day one, since first game. Not sure how you'll be able to unlock him. I'm sure you probably have to unlock him somewhere through the center of the main storyline, something of that nature. That's how you had to get him in the 4th game. In the 4th game, you started off playing as Nero, and at some point midway into the game, you had a character switch that had something to do with the story that switched over to having you play as Dante. So I'm sure that's probably what they'll do here. Some new things that they got going on. So Nero had, and also just before I get into that, through this gameplay, I'll be skipping through most of the cutscenes just to keep it fresh for people that want to see what's going on. This is mostly just going to be some gameplay, some combat action, plus a boss battle at the end of the video. But yeah, so anybody that's played the 4th game understands that Nero had a special arm. His right arm is basically like a demon arm or something of that nature. He was able to use it to, he had a couple different abilities, being able to reach out and grab enemies from a distance, bring them closer, smash them into the ground, beat up on them. A lot of different things you can upgrade his arm in the 4th game. In this game, it seems that he has lost that arm. You know what, now that I think about it, I think he lost the arm in the 4th game, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember, it's been a while since I played that one, but in this game, his arm has been completely replaced. No longer a demon arm, but it's now a mechanical, how would you say, upgradable mechanical arm. He has a sidekick in this game. I'm not sure what her name is, but she is basically a chick that drives around in a van, helps out Nero whenever he needs it, whenever you collect red orbs, and you'll see that later in this video. I actually get her to come out and show, you know, the process on how you'll be customizing your gear, items, and abilities. But she comes driving out recklessly in her van, in her minivan, and you basically go up to the minivan and you'll press A or X, whatever you're using, and you'll go in and pay her some red orbs to get new abilities and upgrades for your arm. The arm abilities seem to have at least 3 different abilities. I think one is called Gerba, Overcharge, and it's something else. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still trying to learn the basics of this game. Only thing I don't like so far about the arm abilities, you can't switch between them. So you got these 3, you can see them in the bottom right hand corner. The 3 arm abilities are right there, and you can only use them up to 4 or 5 times each, but you can't switch between them, and I don't understand why you can't do that. It's kind of weird. Each arm has a special ability if you hold down B or square. Is it square on the PS4? No, it's B on the Xbox and circle on the PS4. If you hold down that button, he'll charge up the arm and unleash some type of special ability. I believe with the current arm that I have equipped on this gameplay, it's like some kind of a super energy beam that he fires out, code name good shit. You'll hear that when I use it later. He also has a claw bash that's on one of the other arms, and some type of an explosion that is used with the left bumper button. When he uses the explosion, actually, it's to get him out of a bind if he gets caught up around a whole bunch of enemies. But the explosion, it takes out all of the enemies and also gets him out of the area. But it also uses up one of your arms, so you gotta look for another one. The arms seem to be placed in convenient spots all over the map. You can see one now. Well, I'm turning around, but you could see one. Usually they're shining in the distance. You just run over them and you'll pick up their arm. I found out earlier today that with the deluxe edition of this game, you'll be able to get, there's some kind of crossover event that they're doing, Capcom is doing. You'll be able to get the Mega Man Mega Buster as one of the arms. You'll be able to fire it just like Mega Man does with this single fire, and if you charge it up, I'm sure you'll be able to use the Mega Buster Blast or whatever. Okay. So far, from what I played in the demo, the combat feels really good. It feels like, you know, you're run-of-the-mill Devil May Cry, but it actually feels a lot smoother. The graphics look great, especially compared from the last game. Everything has a bit more of a realistic look to it in some ways, I would say. The handgun that Nero uses, I believe it's called the Red Rose, if I'm not mistaken. It's either Red Rose or the Blue Queen. It's one or the other. No, you know what? I think the Blue Queen is the name of his handgun. It's like a revolver. Red Rose is the name of his sword. But the handgun that he uses has a special ability now where, as of right now, it's just the normal fire of the handgun. It's just a normal semi-auto fire. But if you hold down your fire button for the handgun on the Xbox controller being X, he charges it up, puts like three sets of 2 rounds, charged up rounds into the handgun, and when they fire, they do some type of damage over time, probably for like 3 seconds to the enemy. It's like a shotgun blast. It's a noticeable difference from the regular rounds that you fire. And as you can see right now on the screen, this is the cutscene that I left in the video. This is how you would get his sidekick to come out and upgrade his abilities and items and things of that nature. But as of right now, I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover on this game. I've always been a big fan of Devil May Cry series. I think I'll be getting this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting it day one. I might wait a little bit. There's a lot of things coming out in these next couple of months. But yeah, somehow they just decided not to include the customization into this game, into the demo. But that's pretty much how you'll be able to get that done when the full game releases. And now we're moving into the boss fight right here. So yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Devil May Cry 5 releases March 8, 2019 on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment down below if you feel that there's anything that I need to do to upgrade or make this process a little bit easier, or just come to say hi. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Garbage now? That's some weird taste. him a little taste of the good shit! Gerber,